What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Moodz616, and yes, I am back with a brand new DVD slash Blu-ray slash 4K update for the months of July and August. So yeah, you probably noticed that I did not upload an update for July's because I've been out of town so much. I literally just got back into town. I was out of town for just over a month kind of thing. And yeah, just no time for updates and stuff like that. So, but here it is. This is everything I picked up for July and August. I haven't really watched a whole lot of this stuff, again, because I just got back. And but I have watched some things. You know, I'd come into town for a few days and a couple of days here and there and shit like that, and I'd watch some things. But anyways, I digress. I'm still waiting on a bunch of things. Most notably my Severin package. I still haven't got my sale order. It actually has shipped. It's in customs in Vancouver, and for some odd reason, it's been there for 8 days. It hasn't been scanned in 8 days, so I don't know when they're going to scan it and ship it or actually get to my house and stuff like that, but it will probably be in the next update. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, let's get into everything that I got here. Start with some DVDs, and we'll get into a mixed bag of Blu-rays and 4Ks and stuff like that. And it's a pretty hefty update. It's a pretty decent update. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get right into it. This first one here was actually sent to me by the homeboy JP, aka Double Shot J. Of course, my co-host from the 22 Shots of Moodz and Horror podcast. He sent me this one over with a couple other ones that I'll show in a minute here. But he sent me this one. He must have had an extra copy or something like that. But it's a movie called P. It's a Thai film, part of the Tartan Asian Extreme line, which is one I didn't have. So I'm like thankful for that. I've actually never seen this movie. So it's from 2005. And I believe that he might have picked this up for the summer series. And he probably already had a copy or something. Maybe got one of those box sets that had P in it. I'm not sure. But anyways, he sent it over my way because he is a nice guy. Kind of. Yeah. No. Thank you, JP, for this. Moving along here, I kind of got behind on the Raw and Extreme line from Wild-Eye here, but I did pick up the majority of the ones that I was missing, with the exception of two. I actually have them in the post. I'll probably arrive tomorrow, but they'll be in the next update. Anyways, but first up here, this is like number 38, I guess. Yeah, and this is Lycanthinator. That is like the stupidest title ever, but I love it. Look at that cover art right there. Lycanthinator. If I'm saying it, I'm probably not saying that right, but yeah, I mean, obviously it's a lichen. Yeah, looks ridiculous. Next up, this is number 40. So I have number 39 in the mail. Alice in Deathland. Very creative title right there. Yeah, from the Wild-Eye Raw and Extreme line. So, these movies are a total mixed bag. They're not really for everybody, but I don't really buy a lot of low budget shit anymore, like on DVD and stuff, but I am doing this line because sometimes you hit some decent ones, man. So anyways, Alice in Deathland. And I think this is one of the newer ones. Not really too sure, but Flacca 666. Yeah, I don't know. It's come out recently. Most of these have come out recently. But yeah, Flacca 666. I don't know anything about any of these. Just some low budget shit that I will be munching on later. Did I say munching on? What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. Viewing later. Speaking of munching, this one's called Stomach. This is number 43. I actually heard decent things about this one. Surprisingly, I don't know if it's actually going to be any good. It looks foreign, though. Alex Vassini. Is this an Italian film? Oh, it is. It says Italian with English subtitles. Okay, so this is an Italian film. That's kind of cool. So that actually has some decent potential right there. So Stomach. I never really... This one, the title cracks me up on this one. But Sadomaniac. Yeah. Sadomasochism actually freaks me out a little bit, so... Yeah, this is kind of looking in that realm right there. So, yeah. That one looks okay. These titles, man. Prison of the Psychotic Damned. Now, that's a fucking title right there. That's amazing. Again, don't know shit about it, but... that title right there. Yeah. And then we got Fright World. Wow, that's really original. That's amazingly original. Number 46. Most of these films seem to be low-budget American films, but... And then we got Disintegration. Another one. This one's 2015. A lot of these are like early 2000s right up to like modern stuff. So like 2002 to 5 to like 2021 kind of thing. So They really do put out some... Yeah. Red Scream Vampires. That is a horrible title. And horrible artwork. Just fucking terrible, from 2009. Oh, man, that's ugly. Sorry about the glare. I know some people just come here for the glare. You know how it is. But nothing I can do about it, man. These things are still all sealed up. And then we got Frames of Fear 3. I'm assuming this is actually the third one. So there's 2 other Frames of Fear, which I will probably never watch. So I'm hoping that these aren't all connected. I don't know. Maybe I should actually. Let me know if you've seen Frames of Fear 1 and 2, which nobody probably has seen Frames of Fear Part 1 and 2. The director... What the... There's 4 different directors on this movie. David Bachmeyer, Matt Watts, Richard Moog, and Brad Twigg. Those all sound like fucking fake names. What the fucking 4 directors? So this must be an anthology. Frames of Fear 3. For some reason, I had it in my mind that this was a total, just a film. Yeah, it's got to be an anthology film. That makes completely more sense. It just tripped me out when I saw the 4 directors. I was like, no, there can't be 4 directors on one movie. That's ridiculous. And finally, up for the DVDs here is South Park Season 22. Yes, it's on DVD. I have all the other seasons on DVD, so I just kept buying them on DVD. But I actually have season 23 already. I was just, for some odd reason, was missing this one. Actually, I do know why I was missing this one, because the price never fucking dropped. It was so strange. It was always way overpriced, so I waited till it dropped to whatever, 13 or 14 bucks, whatever it was. But this season's hilarious, man. It's so funny. I love it. All right, so that's it for the DVDs. Ripping through this. It's actually pretty late at night here, so I just kind of want to get this done. I've just been spending all night getting ready because I'm heading back out of town tomorrow for the long weekend, so I've just been figuring out how to get this shit done tonight. So, because I didn't want to do it when I got back because I'm going to be busy, and yeah, anyways, I digress. So we'll start off here with some Blu-rays. So I'm going to start off with a non-horror one. First off, shout goes out to my man, XtroTheMutilator. If you have not subscribed to his channel, if I remember, I'll leave the link down below. I've been watching Xtro for years. I'm glad that he's back doing updates and things like that. He actually just posted one, I think, a couple days ago, but this recommendation is coming from an update that he did, I want to say about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. It was probably a couple weeks ago. I watched it way after the fact because I was out of town. Anyways, but he recommended this one, and I was curious about this movie. And it's called Nobody, with Bob Odenkirk stars in this movie. And it's written by the dude that wrote John Wick, which does actually have quite a bit of similarities and stuff, which is kind of cool because I love the John Wick movies. This one's also starring Christopher Lloyd, who actually plays his dad in the film, and the RZA. So that's fucking awesome. But this is a great action film. I'm not really going to give too much away, but just go and check it out. I had a fucking blast with this, and so far it's definitely my favorite action film of the year. And he also said the same thing. So, but yeah, this was really fun, man. So check out Nobody, and that is on 4K. Actually, the odd thing was the Blu-ray was like $10 more than the 4K, but the Blu-ray is in the 4K disc. What the fuck's up with that? Like, it must be a price mistake or something like that. I was like, what the hell? Anyways, yeah. All right, so Shark Week happened a while ago. I'm so lost for time because I've spent so much time from my house, camping and just out of town this summer that I can't even remember when it was. It feels like it was probably like a month and a half ago. But anyways, I bought a couple fillers that I didn't have in the collection. Actually, I did have this. This is actually an upgrade because I only had the DVD, but I did pick up Sharknado 3, which I have seen before. It's ridiculous stupidness. But yeah, the Blu-ray was like $5, so I upgraded that, and then I grabbed Sharknado 5, which I've never seen before. Global Swarming. Again, it was like super, super cheap, and I grabbed the last one too just to finish the collection off. And that was my Shark Week purchases, and I never even watched a shark film that entire week because I don't think I was even around. So, but yeah, the last Sharknado, it's about time. It's amazing that they made 6 of these movies in 7 years or something, or 6 in 6 years. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And they even had Ian Ziering and Tara Reid in all of them. It's insane. So, shitty shark movies. So I picked up this collection because it was I needed to watch the second movie, and I'd never seen the third one. So, and I hated the first movie. In fact, I'm not even really a big fan of this franchise, but the price is right. And like I said, you know, it was like, I think it was like $15 for this, for the 3-film collection or something. So Annabelle 3-film collection. I remember seeing the first one actually on my birthday when it came out, which was years ago, and hated it. Absolutely hated it. So and I never bothered with the sequel. And then, of course, the third one came out, and I was like, whatever. So I did watch. I rewatched the first one. Actually, I watched all three basically in sequence, and you know, they're not the worst movies in the world by any means. They're just not for me. I can't get into these movies at all. There is one thing at the end of one of the films that actually kind of makes it a little bit better and stuff, but I'm sure everyone here has probably seen these movies, but I'm still not going to spoil it. But I don't know, man. I can't get into these, man. I just can't. I didn't really. The only thing in The Nun that I really liked was the Fulci shout outs and stuff with the cemetery scene and stuff. There was a few little Fulci things that were going on in that one, but overall the movie wasn't that great. The Curse of La Llorona, whatever. Fucking, I can't get into these movies, man. I still need to see The Conjuring 3, which I do like the first one. Wasn't a big fan of the second one. Anyways, enough about the Conjuring universe. This is an odd purchase right here because I've had obviously the first two on DVD. I've had the Blu-rays for years. I even have the fourth one on Blu-ray, and I even have the DVD of this film signed by the two stars. But I never grabbed the Blu-ray. It's like so weird. And to top it off, it's actually my favorite one in the franchise. I'm so weird sometimes, but that's Hatchet 3. Yes, it is my favorite one. I love this movie. It's so ridiculously over the top and funny and shit. And like I said, I have the DVD signed by Daniel Harris and Kane Hodder. And didn't have the Blu-ray, but I guess I can just retire that thing and, you know, watch the Blu-ray from now on. So anyways, Hatchet 3. So these next two here were sent to me by the homeboy JP in that package along with P. And he had an extra copy of Blue Underground's 4K release of Vigilante. So thank you, JP, for sending this over. I really, really appreciate it. And the reason why I'm so far behind on getting these Blue Underground 4Ks, they're so damn expensive here. Like, you can't get any of them for less than like $60. And I really just, and they're all like upgrades for me. Obviously, all the films that they've released, I own multiple copies of Zombie and you know, Maniac. I think I own 15 editions of that, but I digress. I'd never actually bought the Blu-ray for Vigilante. But I do really like this movie, man. I'm a big fan of William Lustig, who actually owns Blue Underground. Yeah, this movie, man, it's got Joe Spinell's in this, man. Robert Forster, man, I'm a huge fucking fan. And Fred Williamson's actually one of my favorite all-time actors. I think most people probably know that they watch this channel, but he's like in my top 5 favorite actors of all time. I love Fred Williamson so much. Everything he's in, I just adore. So this has got such a great cast. You know, Vigilante is not like the greatest Vigilante movie ever made, but it's still entertaining. It is, but I'm looking forward to checking out the transfer on this because I heard the Blu-ray, when they put out the Blu-ray, look really damn good, so this should be interesting. And of course, he sent me a copy of the Final Countdown. I can't remember if they put, I think Blue Underground had a Blu-ray of this. I do have the DVD. I'm pretty sure they put it on Blu-ray, but from what I remember from the Final Countdown, it being a little bit slow. It's been years and years since I've seen it, man, with Kirk Douglas, Martin Sheen, James Ferrantino. I really remember loving the premise to this movie, but always being like, it's a little bit kind of slow. But I'm going to have to revisit this. It's been years. So the Final Countdown on 4K. Again, JP, thank you for sending these over. I really, really appreciate that. All right, so moving along here. This next one here, I was waiting for, I had this on pre-order for months and months and months, and it finally came out. And that is the Go-Go Boys, the inside story of Canon Films. Yes, if you grew up in an era in the 80s, 90s, you're probably very, very familiar with Canon Films. It's one of the best companies ever for cult film fanatics like myself and many, many people watching this channel. But yeah, so it's, you know, basically the inside scoop on of Globus and Golan, the guys that, you know, ran Canon Films and stuff. And, you know, it's pretty cool, man. It actually surprised me it being as short as it was. It's only about 89 minutes. I think that was the biggest thing I took away from this. I'm like, shit, man, that was actually kind of a short documentary, but I think it did what it needed to do in the time that it had. So, but you know, it was decent, but I live for documentaries. I love these things. So the Go-Go Boys, I recommend it. And I got this one from Film Detective, and it is Flight to Mars. Now, I've heard the transfer on this is really good. And I got to say, man, Film Detective is doing really, really good work. I probably say it every time that I show one of these Blu-rays off, but it's a company I never really see a lot of people show off the releases. I know Explosive Action just showed this one off, and he actually said that the transfer was really damn good on here. So that's inviting. It's filmed from 1951. It's only 72 minutes. So I like watching these films from the 50s that are, you know, based in space and stuff like that. Their idea of what it was, and it's kind of cool. I have to agree with Simon on that one, but really looking forward to this, man. Flight to Mars, 1951 goodness right there. All right, so moving along here, got this next big fucking stack. I got a couple full moon titles here. So, Dollman vs. Demonic Toys. Now, this is so weird, man. I totally thought I had this Blu-ray. It turns out I have Dollman, and I have Demonic Toys, but I didn't have Dollman vs. Demonic Toys. I have the DVD. So, I had to upgrade this because I love this movie. It's good stuff. So when, you know, Full Moon was still pretty entertaining and good. But anyways, Dollman vs. Demonic Toys. Happy to upgrade because pretty much all these upgrades from Full Moon are worth it because a lot of the DVDs are just trashy transfers and stuff. So, you know, even though these transfers aren't the greatest in the world, they're still better than having the DVDs. But Dollman vs. Demonic Toys. How can you go wrong if you like that old school Full Moon? Next up here, we got Angel of Death, Jess Franco's Angel of Death. I actually don't know much about this film. It's from the later 80s, I think 1987. So I'm very curious about this film right here. I like some of Franco's 80s films. Faceless is actually one of my favorite Franco films from that era of Jess Franco. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. I don't really know much about it. Christopher Mitchum's in this. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Don't really know much about it. Looks like we got some Nazi action there, though. And then we got a Sergio Garoni film, Lover of the Monster. Yes, with Klaus Kinski. Actually, probably hear his name a couple times in this update, but yeah, Klaus Kinski, Lover of the Monster. I've heard like Garoni's such a bad director, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that he did this movie with one that I'm going to show. Actually, these are just the replacement discs, anyways. So I did get my replacement disc, The Hand That Feeds the Dead, with Klaus Kinski, I think, and of course, Orgy of the Living Dead. These are just the disc replacements. I contacted Full Moon about them, and you know, I had to show proof and stuff. And I thought they were just going to send me the discs because I already have them, but they sent me like full case replacements and everything. I was just kind of strange. Usually companies don't do that. They just send the discs out, but whatever. It is what it is. But anyways, these two movies I believe were shot like right at the same time, and they were kind of like interspliced and used the same footage and shit like that. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I've actually never seen Lover of the Monster before, so I can't really tell you what if there's the same footage and stuff in there, but anyways, yeah. So they both got Klaus Kinski in them. So yeah, and Garoni, man, he's done some of the worst Nazi exploitation movies, and it's terrible. All right, so moving along. Another film from the early 70s, from 1972, Italian film, The Crimes of the Black Cat, from Cauldron Films. So excited. Yeah, it took forever for them to release these things standard. I missed out on the original special edition, so I said, fuck it, I'll wait for the standards. I don't really care about the slip boxes anyways. It's about the film for myself, and yeah, this is one that I never checked out when we did the 1972 top 10, because I think I couldn't find this one or something like that. I don't know, but Crimes of the Black Cat, really looking forward to that. And then we got, I believe this is a Spanish film, yeah, from 1980, Beyond Terror. Now, I've actually heard of this film before. Never seen it before. Another one from Cauldron, so looking forward to checking out Beyond Terror. It looks actually pretty fucking gnarly. It looks really gnarly. Yeah, and I love me some Spanish films, man. Spanish and Italian films. All right, so moving along here from AGFA, number 30 in the line, and that is Treasure of the Ninja. Oh, man, and the films of William Lee. Ah, dude, I can't wait to check this out. I believe it comes with, yeah, the bonus movie Dragon vs. Ninja from 1984, and it has a short, The New Chinese Connection from 1980. Were these shot on Super 8? Yeah, I think these are all, and it's got another short, Willie Jack, so these are like Super 8 films and shit, so these are going to be absolutely fucking terrible, which is right up my alley, because I love shot on video / kind of like Super 8 films and shit like that, so, but, man, AGFA is putting out a lot of, well, good shit if you like this type of stuff. If you're not into it, I wouldn't recommend getting into this label because it's a lot of low budget shit, but it is what it is. I like it. All right, so New sub-label from Vinegar Syndrome, and I was really excited about this because I was like, damn, it's an interesting release to do on 4K. And it's from Subculture, and it is a Western-ish. It's set in modern times, but it's like got the Western kind of backdrop and stuff. Yeah, so it's a film from 1970, and it's called Deadlock. Pretty interesting film. I think that the premise could have been a lot better. It's basically about these guys that are after this case of money, this case of money and shit like that. And of course, it's kind of set in like this deserted kind of Western city, but it's like in modern times, so there's like vehicles and stuff. But it kind of plays itself out exactly like a Western. I just feel like the narrative could have been a little bit more interesting with what they had and the setting that they had and stuff. I thought the ending was really cool though. The ending was really good. It looks really good in 4K. It's got really nice kind of natural grain to it and stuff, but it's clear as shit and it sounds good. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this. So I hope Subculture puts out more films like this. I will be definitely checking them out because I really enjoyed the shit out of this. So that's Deadlock from Subculture. You can get it from the Vinegar Syndrome website. Speaking of Vinegar Syndrome stuff, yeah, that's also where I got the AGFA film from. Also, and then we got the new Fun City Editions release of Rancho Deluxe. I did watch this because I love films like this. I love this artwork, man. It's great. I really enjoyed this movie, man. It's got Jeff Bridges and Sam Walterson. They kind of played like these kind of scandalous, kind of hippie cowboys. And, you know, they're basically trying to fuck this dude over and stuff. And it's really fun, man. It's got some really good acting, and this music's great from Jimmy Buffett. It's just a really good film, man. I really enjoyed the shit out of this, man. A lot of really good scenes. A lot of really good scenes in this one. But, yeah, Transfer's fantastic. Rancho Deluxe from Fun City Editions. One of my favorite labels out right now. Everything I've seen from them, I have all 6 releases, I think, or is it? Yeah, there's 6 releases right now. I've watched like half of them, and they're all really different. And it's a label that basically puts out films that don't really fit into like specific genres and categories and stuff like that. Yeah, it's cool, man. So Rancho Deluxe. Vinegar Syndrome pickups from, what is this? Must be July's package. Yeah, no, it's July's package. Yeah, because I still haven't got my Vinegar Syndrome package from August, which is actually in the post also. So I'll have, you know, some films to show next month. But The Lamp. I know, like I've owned so many copies of this movie. I've had it on VHS. I've had it on DVD. The Scream Factory put it out as the outing. And of course, you know, that's the alternate title. But this version that Vinegar Syndrome put out is actually like the longest cut of it. It's, you know, they kind of spliced in all the other footage and things like that. I can't exactly remember what is different about this. It's still a fun movie. I always like these kind of, you know, these genie type films and stuff. If they're, you know, from this era. I don't really think there's a whole lot of them, but yeah, The Lamp is a fun one. I really dig movies where people decide that they're gonna, you know, kind of break in or hide out in some type of building, like a mall, like shopping mall or something like that, or some shit like that, and then shit just goes crazy. But yeah, The Lamp. And then we got Killer's Delight. This is an upgrade from the fucking Shriek Show DVD that came out years and years ago. It's basically kind of a take on, I think the inspiration for this film came from Ted Bundy. You know, serial killer Ted Bundy. Did I really have to say the serial killer Ted Bundy? Would anybody like, who's Ted Bundy? Yeah, it's not like the greatest movie in the world. I really like this artwork that they used. That's really fucking cool, man. Yeah, because I believe that there's this one too. Yeah, it's also known as the Sport Killer, which I think in some terms Bundy was also known as that a little bit. Killer's Delight. It's not like the greatest movie in the world, but you know, it has an ending. Yeah, it's definitely an upgrade from the Shriek Show. Pretty much anything is an upgrade from the Shriek Show DVDs, but yeah, Killer's Delight, it's all right. And then this is one I was really excited to check out, man. Through the Fire, and I did watch this. Oh yeah, the transfer on these movies are really good too. I actually watch these. I always watch all the Vinegar Syndrome stuff when I get them because it's like my favorite label. I was really excited to check out Through the Fire because this was a film that was shot in 1988 and actually didn't come out till 1997, I think, or something like that. So if you're watching this for the first time in 1997, it must have looked like it looks so fucking old. It just looks older than 88, but basically, yeah, here's the alternate title, or yeah, The Gates of Hell Part 2, Dead Awakening. So yeah, it was supposedly kind of like a love letter to Fulci, even though this was shot in 1988 and Fulci was still alive. So, but oddly enough, it came out after he died, so I don't think Fulci ever would have saw this if it came out in 88 anyways. But yeah, oddly enough, it came out after he passed away, but because he passed away in 96. But it is some low budget shit, and you know, honestly, the story doesn't really make a lot of sense at times. There is parts in this where you're like, what the fuck is that? Like, where did that come from, and how did it get there? And oh man, it's but I think after reading some reviews, I was like, yeah, there's just a lot of fumbled fucking bullshit in this. So but it was entertaining though. It honestly was very low budget entertainment. It's definitely not even as close to being as good as something that Fulci would have done. I think the biggest miss that they had for this was gore-wise. They didn't really do a lot of like over-the-top Fulci gore and stuff. That would have been a nice kind of, you know, shout out to Fulci. But otherwise, it's kind of cool. Different slipcover on here. It's kind of like silky and not silky, but I don't know. It just feels different for some reason. But yeah, pretty interesting release, man. Through the Fire from 1988 or 97, whatever. It says 88. Next up here, picked up some unearthed films. I got behind on grabbing the Ryan Nicholson Blu-ray releases, and of course we grabbed Hanger, which is I believe the last one so far, which is number 5. Man, I haven't seen Hanger in years, but man, this movie has some of the sickest moments I've ever seen in my life, man. I remember like me and Ryan were really good buddies, and I remember telling him like the first time I watched Hanger, it literally made me gag, like to the point where I was like, and everybody watching this probably knows the part I'm talking about. It's so disgusting. I don't want to give it away if you've never seen it, but fuck, man, it's something you'll never forget, man. It's so gross. It's just so, it's so gross. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what these look like on Blu-ray, because Ryan always shot his stuff very low budget and stuff. But let me know if you've checked out the transfers on Hanger. And of course, Live Feed, which I used to tell Ryan all the time. I even did a review for this, and he watched my review and he said he agreed that it wasn't that great. So, but then he proceeded to tell me he had a lot of production problems with this, and he said this was a biggest headache he ever had making was Live Feed. There were so many issues, and it's just the end product was not what he was going for, and it's just this is what we got. This is what we got. It's been years since I've seen it. I'm curious to see what it looks like again in high def, because I remember it looking really like just bad, you know, on the DVD and stuff. But I don't know. We'll check it out. And I have another copy of Famine now. Years ago, man, because like I said, me and Ryan used to bullshit all the time. We were quite good friends, and he messaged me one day and said, "Yo, I've got this." I think he had released Famine, like there was like 25 signed copies or something like that, and he still had a copy, and he sent it to me. So I still have that copy, obviously, but so I have another copy of Famine. I'm assuming this is probably a different transfer than Ryan had put out on his. So I'm curious. It's definitely not my favorite Nicholson film. In fact, this has some of the worst characters ever in it. But I will say some of the kills are pretty damn good. But that's what Ryan's going for. So, but yeah. So the latest A Nurse, and of course, yes, man, Evil Dead Trap, fucking on Blu-ray. I'm so excited that they're finally another one of these unearthed classics. This is number 5 in their line has come out. These are so far in between. I know that there's a couple more coming out too. Just a matter of when they're gonna actually be releasing. But yeah. Evil Dead Trap from 1988, batshit crazy film. Can't wait to check this out on Blu-ray, man. I'm so excited. Gonna be dope. All right, Mondo Macabro. We got Hunting Ground. 1983 film from Spain. Another Spanish film. I gotta say, man, this was a pretty damn unique film. I gotta say, the storyline was insanely unique. And I've never seen anything like this. It's basically about a defense attorney, played by the girl on the front here. where something happens to her family and stuff, and she's kind of put between a rock and a hard place a little bit. It kind of turns into more of like a revenge film. But I gotta say, like, there's some shit happening in the end of this film that I have never seen before in a movie. And again, if you've seen this shit before, you probably know what I'm talking about. My 2-word review on Letterboxd is actually a little bit of a spoiler for that part, but I had to say it because it's just so crazy. I've never seen anything like that. But was it a good movie? Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed Hunting Ground. I thought it was a really unique film. Really unique. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. Transfer looks fantastic. Mondo always does good transfers. And we got The Howl of the Devil, a later Paul Naschy film, which I've never seen before, from 1988. It is dubbed as the last great Paul Naschy film. I think it says somewhere on here. I don't know. Love the artwork on this, man. It's fantastic. On these standard releases, pretty cool. But yeah, Naschy plays like a bunch of different characters in this one. I think he directs it too. Yeah, he directs this one, plays a bunch of different characters. So really excited to check this out. I love me some Paul Naschy. I'm sure everyone watching this probably does also. The Howl of the Devil. Fucking awesome, man. All right, so some Scream Factory titles. We got Chambers of Horror from 1966. I've actually never seen this one, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. Yes. I don't really know much about this. I do know this is a Warner Brothers film, which is so exciting because they have acquired a bunch of Warner Brothers titles, and now we're getting them on Blu-ray. Hence Killer Party that just got announced, which finally is getting released on Blu-ray. But Warner has a bunch of shit in their vaults that Scream Factory should be digging into. Should be getting some good ones. Upgrade of Strangers Watching. This is a Sean Cunningham film, of course, who directed the original Friday the 13th. This is a good movie. This is actually a surprisingly decent fucking movie, man. I do, like I said, I have the DVD. I've only ever seen this movie once, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to checking this out on Blu-ray. I don't know why I'm slamming these down. Why am I slamming these? Why am I being a fucking dick? Finally, on Blu-ray, The Borrower. Oh, man. John McNaughton's The Borrower from 1991. I believe this movie was actually shot a couple years before. It didn't get released until into the 90s, I think is how it works. I have a VHS that doesn't really play the greatest and stuff, but this is a really unique and cool film, man. If you've never seen The Borrower, it's definitely a gem from the 90s. Yeah, it's good stuff. So check out The Borrower. So excited to check out the transfer on this, man. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I had to do it, man, because I really like this film. I wasn't going to upgrade it first, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I like this movie enough. I'll get rid of my DVD. And I think it's ridiculous fun. And I remember when this thing first came out, it took me forever to watch it. I was like, I'm not watching that fucking bullshit. But I ended up really liking it, and that's Eight Leg Freaks with David Arquette. It's ridiculous fun, man. It's stupid fun. Did I need it on Blu-ray? Probably not. But I have it, so I'm not really complaining. It is what it is. So excited. Again, another title that Scream Factory picked up from Warner, and that is the sequel to Salem's Lot, A Return to Salem's Lot from Larry Cohen. Oh, man, I'm so excited. I never grabbed the DVD. I know Warner Archive have had the DVD out for years and years. I don't know, for some reason I must have just known. I'm like, nah, fuck it, it's coming on Blu-ray. No, because I would have just waited on everything then. But it's been so long since I've seen this. I might just do a double feature, watch the original one, and then pop in Cohen's sequel one night when I'm feeling frisky, because the original film's like 3 hours long. And this one's like 100 minutes long, so that's a long night of Salem's Lot. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And I had to do it because I became a fan of this. And I've told the story before. When this movie first came out, I was like, I thought it was fucking trash. Then I watched it like years later and I was like, actually, it's pretty decent. Then I watched it again and I was like, actually, I kind of like this. And then I had to watch it again for another show. And I was like, man, I actually really do like this movie. And that is House of Wax. Yeah, it's a decent movie, man. It really is a decent film, and I'm happy to have it on Blu-ray because the DVD's pretty muddy and shit like that. So, but yeah, I'll check it out again. I think I've seen House of Wax, this remake, way too many times, but I'm not really ashamed. What's her name? What's the Paris Hilton? Holy shit, I can remember her name. Everybody always remembers this movie for her death, but her death actually is pretty damn cool. And another upgrade, which is really damn cool, man. I'm excited to check this out again. It's been years since I've seen it. And that is Brotherhood of the Wolf. And this motherfucker's long, dude. I remember this movie being so long. 151 minutes. Yeah, that's right, man. It's like 2.5 hours long. That shit is long. Still sealed. I think I just got this in the mail. I don't know. But yeah, Brotherhood of the Wolf. Good stuff. So Scream Factory releases from recent. And like I mentioned before, I haven't got my my Severin order, but I did pick up a bunch of Severin titles that weren't from the sale. It seems like I grabbed the package because I know this was like a package, but I think I grabbed these all off Amazon because they were actually cheaper on there. It was weird. But anyways, we got the I can never say the Eloy de Iglesias collection with Navarro's El Pico and El Pico 2. Yeah, so I've never seen any of these movies. I have seen some of this guy's films before, so I'm looking forward to checking. These ones are actually later movies. From 1980, 83, and 84, so that's pretty cool. I didn't really know what to expect from this collection. I didn't know if it was going to come in like a slimline with just 2 discs and stuff like that. So yeah, it's got Navarro's on the first disc and then El Pico 1 and 2. El Pico? Yeah, whatever. So looking forward to checking these out. Also from the same director, 1973's No One Heard the Scream, which I've never seen before. I have heard of this. Never seen it. It's still a controversial cult film, so yeah. I like how Severin does this, man. They put out these package deals with, director kind of spotlights and shit like that. It's a good way of really getting acquainted with the directors and stuff. And of course, the one famous film that he directed was Cannibal Man. And, I never did grab the Code Red Blu-ray, but I do have, this is like my 3rd copy. I have the Anchor Bay DVD, the Blue Underground DVD, and now the Severin Blu-ray, which is probably the best one to get because it does have the extended cut. It's got the international cut, which is 98 minutes, and it's got the extended cut of 107. This movie is kind of one of those strange ones that made the Video Nasties list because pretty much the title alone, The Cannibal Man. If you're going to have artwork, anything on these lines right here, it was making because these motherfuckers are watching the first 2 minutes and judging these movies based on the titles and the opening kill. Yeah, we're going to ban that shit. Honestly, does this deserve to be on a ban list? Not really. The title's a little bit more evasive than the movie actually is. And in all honesty, man, it's a pretty decent movie if you can be patient with it and just understand that it's not really about a cannibal, man. So, but I've never seen the extended cut. I've never seen the extended cut of this movie, so I'm looking... Is that titty? It is titty on there. Shit. I'm going to get fucked over now again. Got some damn titties on here. Fucking Severin. But anyways, I do recommend it loosely to people, but I like it. I do like Cannibal Man. So, but I'm really looking forward to checking out these other films, so I got 4 more films to check out, so that's pretty damn cool. And continuing along with the Severin stuff, we got the Canucksploitation Siege. This movie was shot in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. And it was actually kind of cool, man. I was watching this film the other night because I love me some Canucksploitation films. And there's a scene in this film where they're running through this kind of underground kind of tunnel and shit like that. And I knew exactly what that was because I was in Halifax, not last year, the year before. And I did the Alexander Keys Brewery tour, and that's where they filmed that. 100%. I recognized it right away. I've only ever been to Halifax once, but I recognized that any fucking day of the week because it's so unique looking and it's just the way it is. It's super old school. But anyways, I digress. This movie is, if you're fans of like Assault on Precinct 13 and stuff, it's kind of the same type of deal. This movie is very... You couldn't make this movie again. You could not make this movie today. It's really offensive towards gay people. In fact, the storyline revolves around the police are going on strike. The police are actually on strike in the narrative, and basically this group of people called the New Order decided they're going to take charge and stuff. And their first act of taking charge is going into this gay bar and basically killing gay people. It's fucking brutal. Anyways, so as they execute them one by one. One guy gets away and stuff, and then he seeks refuge in this apartment building where these people, end up fighting the New Order and stuff. But it's just the language in this is crazy. He keeps calling him like homo boy and stuff, and it's just crazy. Just the times, man. 1983. Just remember when you're watching this, if you easily get offended by language and shit like that, it's 1983. So, yeah, it is what it is. But I enjoyed it, though. I thought it was actually pretty... It was a decent film for what it was. And then I actually forgot to grab this. This has been out for years now. But anyways, I grabbed it more for the documentary. I wanted to watch a documentary, The Creep Behind the Camera. And of course, it's a documentary about the Creeping Terror, which is an absolutely fucking horrible movie, which I've seen a couple different times. But I'm curious to see it on a good transfer, though, because I've never actually... It's like a public domain film, and it's always had shitty transfers and stuff. So I'm curious to see what it actually looks like. So, but I've heard the documentary is pretty interesting, and I'm a documentary freak, so got to check that out. And finally grabbed the 4K of the Day of the Beast. I do have the Spanish Blu-ray, so... Which actually looks pretty damn cool. Looks pretty good, and I'm glad this movie's getting some damn love because it is a gem from the 90s. This movie's so funny. It's got a great premise. It's just a fun-ass movie, so I'll be checking this one out again at Christmas time because it is a Christmas movie. Man, look at that shit. Look at that fucking... Shit's all worn out at the top. Unless it's supposed to be like that. I don't know. I don't think it is. I think that's actually just wearing out. So I'm curious to see what the 4K of this movie looks like because, yeah, the Blu-ray looks pretty good, you know, for a 96 movie. 90, it says 95. No, was it 95 or 96? I don't know, 95, 96. Probably 95. But Day of the Beast, I highly recommend this. It's a great movie. So, yes. All right, so home stretch here. Got a bunch of Arrow stuff to show, which I think the last couple updates, I don't think I've had any. Or I usually wait for the sales and stuff. Unless they're box sets, special editions, I usually just jump on because I don't want them selling out on me. If I want them. I don't buy all of them. But I do have a couple solo ones in here that I grabbed on... I did get this one on the Unobstructive View sale. And this was like 20 bucks or something like that. I can't remember. 20 maybe. It was cheap. But that is Bloody Birthday. I'd never grabbed the Region 1. I have the Severin DVD. I never grabbed the Blu-ray for some odd reason. But then I decided, I was like, fuck it, man. It's on sale. And I'd actually forgot that Arrow in Region 1 had released this. So I was like, shit, man. I'll pick it up. I really like this movie, man. It's just fucking mean-spirited, man, about these kids that are all born on during this solar eclipse, and they all share this bond of being psychopaths. So they grow up and they're like 10 years old and they're like killing people and shit, just basically for sport. Like, they're just fucking mean kids, man. I'm sure everyone's seen it, but Bloody Birthday, it's good. I like my killer kid films. Now, this was weird to me because I have like 4 or 5 copies of this, and I was positive I had this on Blu-ray, and I'm watching films from 1970 right now, and I went to go grab the Blu-ray of this, and I was like, where the fuck is the Blu-ray? I'm like, I got like 4 DVDs here. Yeah, I'd never picked it up. I don't know why I'd never upgraded, because I have always loved this movie, and that is Mark of the Devil. And then it dawned on me, I was like, yeah, this was a Region 1, this wasn't released in the UK. Because most of my Arrow films are from the Region 2 because it's so much cheaper to get it from over there. Anyways, so I do have Mark of the Devil now on Blu-ray, which is crazy because I have so many copies of this movie. But you got to have it, man. You got to have Mark of the Devil in high def, man. You just have to have it, right? You got to do it. All right, so a couple more 4Ks here. We got Cat o' Nine Tails, Argento. I'll buy pretty much anything Italian editions because that's just how I roll. I'm an Italian film freak, so Cat o' Nine Tails, I don't know how many copies I have of this, but it doesn't really matter. It's on 4K. I've heard it looks pretty good, so I'm sure I'm not going to open this thing up. I'm sure you guys have all seen what they look like. And of course, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, which I actually do have to rewatch because I'm doing films from 1970 right now. And Plumage is from 1970. So it'll be my 30th time watching this movie. I've seen this movie so many fucking times. But it never gets old to me, man. I really love this movie. It is really a good movie. Bird with the Crystal Plumage on 4K. And then, of course, we grabbed the Years of Lead box set. And, of course, I find this out. I'm watching... whose video was I watching? The Dutch Film Fan Buff? The Dutch Film Buff? I think it's the Dutch Film Buff. I've been watching all his videos. I like that guy. Very, very knowledgeable. If I remember, I'll leave a link down to his channel too. I'm hoping I'm saying his channel right. Anyways, he's from the Netherlands. But anyways, he let me know. So this is the UK box set. that I can't remember which film it is right now. It's one of the films that's in here. Apparently has a scene of animal cruelty that's actually cut out of the UK box set. Now, you can also get this in Region 1, and that scene is not cut in Region 1 because we don't have censorship as much over here. Well, in Canada, we don't really have any censorship. We're pretty fucking liberal over here, but I can't remember which movie it is. But anyways, the movies are The case is happily resolved, which is the only movie in here I really knew about. So I've never seen this before, but this is the one I actually knew, and I don't think it's from that film. But we got Savage 3, and of course, Like Rabid Dogs, which is on the inside. I'm not really the biggest fan of them doing the artwork like this. I wish they had to put the artwork on the back so you could just kind of flip it like that. I know I've heard other people say that, but I've said that before about these sets. It kind of bugs me, but anyways, then we got Colt 38, Firing Squad, and these are Police Chetsi films. If you're wondering, Italian crime films. I'm probably saying that wrong. I always say it differently and wrong every single time, but it doesn't matter. They're Euro crime films. And Highway Racer, which I've heard good things about that. Can't remember which movie has the animal cruelty cut out of, but like I said, the Region 1 box set does not have that. And actually, he even said that he was going to sell his set just to get the Region 1 because he doesn't like censorship. But I'm like, you know what? It's like a 2-second scene of animal cruelty. I don't really care to see animal cruelty in films anyways. It doesn't bother me when it's in there, but I'm not going to go out of my way to to purchase a set just to see the scene. So I'm fine with this. And the reason why I did get this because it was way cheaper for me to get this than Region 1. So, which is mostly the case. It really is the case with a lot of the stuff. So, Years of Lead. Looking forward to checking out the Euro crime films. I'm a big fan of Euro Police Chetsi films. So, and I have lots of them. And I've never seen any of those. So, awesome. And then to wrap up this update, we have the Vengeance Trails box set, which I'm so sad it doesn't say Volume 1 on it because we're probably not going to get another one. We might. Hopefully we do. Because this is a fucking phenomenal box set. I watched all 4 movies. I love me spaghetti westerns. The film's in here. It comes with a poster. An awesome glossy booklet and shit. Comes with Bandinos. This is a Massimo Dallamano film, which is fucking amazing that I wasn't even 100% sure this movie was ever going to get released because I have like all of Massimo Dallamano's films. You know, he did What Have You Done to Solange and What You've Done with the Daughters and stuff like that. And, you know, unfortunately, this guy never made a bad movie. And he unfortunately was killed before he had a chance to make a bad one. No, it's just a terrible joke. But no, he died way too young, unfortunately. But Dallamano made some really good films. And this is a good one too, man. Bandinos, I really enjoyed this shit, man. It's great. Basically about this dude that gets disfigured by a guy that he was friends with and stuff. And he hires on a guy basically to train this dude to go and kill this guy that fucked up his hands because he was like a gunslinger and shit like that. It's cool, man. I really enjoyed it. But, I mean, the selling point of this whole box set was to finally get a great copy of this film. I do have a shitty fucking DVD, and it looks terrible. And that's Lucio Fulci's Massacre Time, as everybody knows. Fulci's my favorite director of all time. And Massacre Time's a great one, man. It's fucking good stuff, man. It's just so nice to watch this film with a good transfer for once. It's really good. But, yeah, Franco Nero in this, and... oh, dude, and fucking, dude, what the fuck's his name? Fucking totally if it's blanking here, like hardcore. Anyways, it's a good film. I don't need to tell the plots and stuff. So another Klaus Kinski film, And God Said to Cain. Pretty much another revenge film. Gets wrongfully accused, just going back for some fucking some revenge after he gets out of prison from Antonio Margaretti. So pretty cool stuff. Just awesome, man. Awesome stuff. And I really enjoyed this shit, man, with Robert Woods. My Name is Picos. Yeah, it's just another basically revenge movie. Good stuff though, man. You know, he's exacting his family's death, and he's just batshit awesome. He's awesome. So plays a Mexican. But great box set. And I'm just really praying that they do another one of these sets, man, because the more Italian or spaghetti westerns that we can get, you know, released on good releases, the better for everybody that's a fan of these films. So, but yeah, so that is going to do it for the update. And yeah, I'll be back. Oh, you know what? Fuck, man. I always forget to show off like toys and books and stuff that I get, but I actually have this sitting right here, and I picked up the book of Untold Horror. I didn't realize it was going to be this big. This is a big ass book, man. Basically, this is a book about movies that were in production and then, or ideas and things like that, and that were never made and shit like that. So it's like the back of it. But yeah, man, I love reading, and I read a fucking ton. But yeah, so it's just like, this is really nice book, man. Really looks like a lot of great information, and just, it's one of those reads where you could just read this thing and go, really, like, this would have been so awesome if this came out. You know, it's kind of frustrating, but yeah. So yeah, see, now this one always bugs me, man. Maniac 2. Yeah, that always kind of bugs me, because Spinell, like, everyone knows Maniac's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I love Spinell and stuff. Oh, they got all the comics from Evian Press pictures in here and stuff. That's cool. I actually have one of them. Not really much of a comic collector anymore, but anyways, Untold Horror looks really damn cool. I kind of recommend this. I haven't read it yet. Obviously, I just got this in the mail like 2 days ago, so pretty cool. But yeah, I'm glad I actually remembered to show that off. It just happens to be in here because that's where I actually keep all my books in my music room. So, but anyways, that is going to do it for the update here. Oh man, it went over. I was trying to keep it under 45 minutes. We're like 51 minutes right now. So, but yeah, let me know down below if you've seen any of the films that I haven't watched, and let me know what the transfer's like and things like that and stuff. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it here. I'll be back at the end of September with another update, because I'll have like New Vinegar Syndromes, and I'll have like the Severin update, and actually that's a pretty big package, man. I think there's like close to 20 movies in that thing, so right there, it's like half this update. So anyways, check you guys later, and as usual,